It's the Weather Xtreme video. This is the morning edition for Thursday, the 5th of February. I'm James Spann. Hey, the weather tour rolls along. The first alert storm team tonight in Cherokee County. In Cedar Bluff, we'll be there between 4 and 6:30. Just drop by and say hi for a few minutes. It's going to be cold out there, but if you get a chance, run by and say hello. We have some cool stuff to give away. A few weather radios to give away as well, as we get folks ready for the tornado season that's about to kick off here next month. There's a water vapor satellite view this morning. Another trough rotating through the east, squeezing out a few sprinkles or flurries early this morning, but as expected, not much. That's a radar at 4:57. If you look really carefully, you'll see a few little blips on the radar in Lamar, Fayette, Walker, St. Clair counties, and that's about it. And obviously no impact at all, and we'll see the sun probably back in full force by mid to late morning. Now, we are in the 40s at daybreak, but behind the front, it's much colder. Memphis is down to 29, mid-30s up in the shoals. And we'll probably dip into the 30s by mid-morning and then creep back up toward the low, maybe mid-40s this afternoon. A pretty good north wind develops of 10 to 20, and it's going to make it feel colder despite the sun coming back. Below zero this morning up north over the big snowpack. But thankfully, this cold snap won't last long. We will be back in the low 60s by the time the weekend begins. One of the nice things about living down here in these low latitudes. A very quiet map around the nation, the watch warning map. Really, the attention could very well be back in the Pacific Northwest where some flooding problems could crop up. There's the QPF chart for the next 5 days. You can see the bullseye is 18 inches north of San Francisco. Wow. Hopefully some of that will drain down into the reservoirs out there. And, of course, they're not big drought, but anything they get will help. Around here, not much at all. I mean, barely enough to measure. This is, again, valid through Tuesday morning, and if anything falls, that would be Monday, and it's starting to look like that's not going to be a big deal. We'll check the GFS. This is the 06Z run, valid today at noon, and this is at 500 millibars. Ridging in the west, troughing in the east. And again, the sun should be back out by mid to late morning, but windy and cold. North winds of 10 to 20, and the high today in the mid-40s. Going to feel colder than that. Tomorrow, the morning will be cold with lows down in the middle 20s, but the high rising into the mid-50s. The sky will be bright and sunny. Should be hard to find a cloud in the sky. And a really nice day on Saturday. Just fantastic. Now, early in the morning will be around freezing, but the high should be in the low 60s. Both the NAM and the GFS are at 61. Sunday looks pretty good. Evidence of a little moisture maybe up north. You might mention a slight chance of a shower near the Tennessee Valley, but the chance of rain is so small we've opted to leave that out. And mid-60s are likely. And then Monday, a little clipper passing through, but boy, the moisture is awfully skimpy, and this run looks awfully dry, suggesting really not enough rain to measure Monday. We have seen other runs a little wetter, but one way or the other, these clippers typically don't feature much moisture because of their origin. So slight chance of a shower Monday, no big deal. The high around 60, and this is Tuesday. We cool down a little bit, highs in the 50s and lows in the 30s. Wednesday, the same thing. The high would be around 60 if this is right, and this is a week from today, Thursday, the 12th of February. And you got troughing over the eastern part of Canada, got an upper low that is hanging back over Baja California, and a pretty cold air mass coming down the pike. It's a 1,056 millibar high just north of the Dakotas, and a cold front approaching from the north with hardly any precipitation on that. This is the following day, Friday the 13th of February, and boy, that looks pretty cold. A 1043 high is over Missouri, and that would be at least a one-day cold shot. There's a look at the anomalies. You can see pretty cold over the eastern half of the nation. And then on the 14th, Valentine's Day, the end of the forecast, we take it out about 10 days or so here. Again, ridging in the west, troughing in the east, but the coldest air is north of us, thank goodness. But still, if that's right, that would be pretty chilly and dry. No sign of any winter weather mischief, by the way, over the course of the next 10 to 15 days. Temperatures coming off the ensembles. You can see those low 60s coming in here late this weekend. We cool back off toward Valentine's Day with highs dropping in the 40s and lows dropping in the 20s. But again, no bitterly cold air with 30s and teens. We don't see anything like that for now. Arctic oscillation stays generally positive or neutral through mid-month. The NAO, neutral or slightly negative through mid-month, but again, no big spikes in either one of those. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this morning. We'll have notes in the blog. If we have time, we'll crank out another one this afternoon. Got a long road trip up to Cedar Bluff. Can't catch us this evening on the live stream of the television site, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.